You ever notice how every time a president faces a crisis, he suddenly discovers magical powers that the Constitution definitely didn't list, like some kind of executive Hogwarts? Earthquake, emergency powers. Pandemic, emergency powers. Someone sneezes near a pipeline in Oklahoma, you guessed it, emergency powers. The kicker, the U.S. Constitution, you know, that sacred founding scroll people quote while ignoring entire paragraphs of it, doesn't even define what an emergency is. Doesn't cap how long it lasts, doesn't even put a leash on what the president can do once they shout emergency loud enough for CNN to start playing dramatic theme music. There's no checklist, no stopwatch, no adult supervision. Just a general vibe that if the president feels it's urgent, he gets to become part commander-in-chief, part wizard king, and part drunk uncle with a drone strike button. And don't tell me Congress is the check. Congress couldn't check the expiration date on a gallon of milk. These people outsource their spine to lobbyists. You think they're going to reclaim war powers when they can't even pass a budget without triggering a shutdown? So here's the reality. The Constitution we inherited is a masterpiece of the 18th century. It was built for a republic of 13 states, a postal system run by dudes on horseback, and emergencies that involved literal redcoats, not global cyber warfare, pandemics, and presidents who govern by tweet. What we've got now is a framework that assumes good faith, trusts norms, and crosses its fingers that future leaders won't treat executive power like a Vegas buffet. But the truth is, in a crisis, power expands to fill the void. And in this system, the void is structural. We didn't build in boundaries, we built in vibes. So now, imagine a constitution that actually says what emergency powers are and isn't afraid to limit them. One that defines an emergency clearly. One that triggers only specific powers, not a blank check. One that expires unless Congress says yes, not unless the president says please. And one that puts independent oversight into motion by default, not by media outrage or judicial clairvoyance. And most importantly, one that defends liberty when it's the hardest, not when it's convenient. No suspension of habeas corpus, free speech, or due process unless the sky is literally falling. And even then, only for a weekend and with adult supervision. See, rewriting the Constitution isn't about burning it down. It's about rebuilding the fire exits, codifying what we've learned from 240 years of power creep, loophole lawyering, and post-9/11 panic policy. It's not about being unpatriotic. It's about having the guts to say, this was great for its time. Now we need something that actually holds the line. Because if you believe in liberty, not just slogans, but real liberty, you don't leave it to chance. You build the guardrails now, before the next president from either party starts emergencying their way through the Bill of Rights like it's a clearance aisle. The founders didn't fight a revolution to give us royalty in a different hat. So let's stop hoping the old guard will fix itself. Let's rewrite the rules for the future while we still can.